Welcome back everyone. For today's video I went through hundreds if not thousands of endgame studies and studies in general to find the best one, and I think I did with the one I'm about to show you. And it's pretty much unknown, this study, I think, but it's just super beautiful. So when I first saw it I was like, yeah, I have to show it to you guys. So this study is composed by Günter Amann, who funnily enough is actually an Austrian composer and chess player himself as well, rated around 2300, so very strong for a composer to be also that strong in practical chess. And in this position it is white to move and white to win. So yeah, if you have the time and if you want to solve it by yourself, definitely pause the video and have a think. So the thing here is, white is material up, but black always has chances for perpetual check and also some double attacks. For example, if it would be black to move, then for example queen b7 could be an idea. King d8 is forced, and then queen b6 picking up the rook on c5 with the double attack. So what could white do? There are numerous possible ideas. Rook takes d5 is the correct start. We will see now what was the point behind that. Rook takes c6, I will just go through all the other logical moves. Fails due to queen b7 check, when black will just pick up the rook and would even be better. Another logical idea would be to take on a5 with check, but then after king b6 the rook on a5 is actually trapped. Cannot go to a8 because then the queen will just pick it up with queen g8 or with queen b7. So rook a5 is not a good idea either. Bishop e3 with the idea of some discoveries with the rook is unfortunately not fast enough, because now black will have perpetual check with the queen. So rook takes d5 is the right start. Now the first question is, why cannot black simply take on d5? Because then white has rook c7, and yeah, white will just win the queen and then is a full bishop up in the endgame. So c takes d5 doesn't work. If black would again try to go for a perpetual check with queen g8 check, then white can block these checks with rook d8, and after queen e6 check, rook d7 with check, king b6, bishop e3. Now white is already threatening all sorts of discoveries with the rook on the queen, for example, and if queen g8 check, just rook d8, queen g4, and after rook f5 the checks are over. White is putting black's king in a check as well. Has to go to a6, and here I checked. There are not many moves for white that don't win. To be honest, the black king on a6 is just too weak and will be checkmated sooner or later. King b6, also one important idea, just stepping out of the check on a5 prophylactically, but now white has rook b5. And after c takes b5, which is more or less forced, bishop e3 check. King cannot go to a6 because I can take on b5, or rook d6 is also checkmate. And if king c6, a takes b5 with another pretty beautiful checkmate here. So queen b7 is how the main line follows. King d8 is forced. Now queen b6 check. So black again has to look for some perpetual checks, or just to remove the queen from the 7th rank, since he cannot take on d5 right away due to rook c7, again winning the queen. So queen b6 check. If queen b8, it would be somewhat similar. After king d7, c takes d5. Now rook takes a5. The queen on b8 is also not doing that great, because after king b6, rook b5, again white is picking up the queen and winning the game. So queen b6 check is the main line. King d7, and now c takes d5. If black again tries to go for the check with queen b7 check, now the king can go to e8, and again, if the queen would give a check on b8 now, white has rook d8 when there are no more checks for black. And after c takes d5, again there is this idea with rook takes a5 check, followed by rook b5 picking up black's queen. So c takes d5 is the main move for black. And now, very important here, just to go for this very silent move, bishop e3 here. Rook c7 check would be too early, because of the king b8, rook c8. After rook c8, black can just go to b7 when there are no more checks. And if bishop f4 here, again, looking for some discoveries, black has the very important defensive idea, queen f6. When white has some discoveries, for example, on the queen, rook c6 will be possible, but now black can simply take the bishop and would already probably be winning here. So rook c7 is a mistake, but bishop e3 is the right move. Now black doesn't have many ideas. The only one which is still somewhat tricky is d4, which sets up a small trap. Again, if black would go for queen b7, then simply rook c7 with a discovered attack, picking up the queen on b7 on the next move. So d4 is the nice idea for black, forcing white to take on d4, and now king a6. And the point here is that rook c6, which white would like to play, fails because black can take, and after king takes c6, it's a stalemate. So a nice trap set up by black. And yeah, here again, I want to give you some time to find the solution, because this is just really, really beautiful. And I checked it also with the engine, and it was reaching like depth 41 pretty quickly, and it still did not see the solution. And then at depth 42, it shot up to like plus 100 for white, and found that it's winning. So it's such a nice composition that even Stockfish has a hard time finding the right solution. So yeah, I'll tell you what the finale of the composition is, which is rook takes a5. And yeah, black has to take back with the queen. If he takes with the king, then white simply ends up with a winning pawn endgame, since he's 2 pawns up. So black takes with the queen, and now the final move, king c8. And black is in Zugzwang. Black is a full queen up for only a bishop and 2 pawns, but he's in Zugzwang. The queen has no square to go. On whatever square the queen goes, it will be captured, and white will have a winning endgame. If he takes on a4, just b takes e4. Black does have the passer, but it doesn't go anywhere because the bishop protects the square on b2. So after king c8, basically black can just resign, because also the king cannot move. The king is somewhat in stalemate. Again, if it would be a pawn on a5 instead of the queen, it would be a draw. It would be stalemate, but the queen can move, and then it will just be picked up. So I hope you enjoyed this composition, this endgame study. It's actually one of my favorites. Really beautiful. And if you did like this video, it was something new I wanted to try out, just to show you one of the very beautiful chess compositions out there. Let me know in the comments if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to hit a like and subscribe as well. And until then, take care, guys, and see you in the next video.